All right. Hello, everybody. Team training, December 3rd, 2020. Start of December. End of the year. Let's go. End of training. Okay. We'll see you guys later. No. Wish it was that easy, right? Tonight, we're going to go over some ideas to help all of us stay accountable if you want to plug in. We're going to go over that. I have somebody on to share that just the other day we have a training called I can't think, my brain just stopped. Oh, Real Talk. Sorry, I was thinking FIBC, but it's Real Talk, and it's for FIBCs and above, which means you're executive director and you have 5 senior coaches. So if anybody wants to be on that call, then reach out to your mentorship. Let's do the work. But I had Shelly shared something on there, and I really want her to share that with all of you guys because it was pretty powerful what she said, and it's a really good reminder. So I'm going to have her share that later, and then we're just going to have a couple little quick, mindset tips and business tips to close out the year strong and start 2020 strong, because the one thing that sometimes we do is we close out a month strong, like the end of it, we're just racing around crazy, trying to help our team or get to a rank or whatever that is. And then what do we do the next month? We don't start until like the middle or the end of the next month. So keeping that momentum going is going to be huge during this season. So anyways, first, I think we're just going to come on, and Kate and Tammy, feel free to hop in with this because I know we were just kind of going off the cuff. It's more of an idea. There's nothing exactly like in place yet, but we will have it in place very soon. And our plan is to start Monday. And you're like, what are you talking about? So what we were kind of chatting about was doing a power hour. So I know quite a while ago we had a boot camp, and then I think Corey Baker was coming on doing a power hour. I know I hosted one, but it was just something good to have that extra accountability like every day and just sit down and take that little block of time and just focus and cut out all the distractions. Because we know when we hop on our phones, sometimes we get stuck in the Facebook scroll. Sometimes this is my problem. Sometimes I get stuck in the YouTube scroll. Like I'm like, oh, I'm going to watch like some kind of training video. And then all of a sudden I'm like, hey, look there's all these pitbull videos of these pitbull rescues. And I'm like, what the heck am I doing? So what is great is you just take the structured time and focus down. And so we're going to start doing some of that, and we're going to have a couple different time frames. We're solidifying what that looks like. It might just be kind of a breakdown of like, hey, this 10 minutes we're going to do this 15 minutes we're going to do this, but we're going to figure that out. So Kate, Tammy, you want to add anything to that? I mean, I know it's really basic right now, but we're going to do it. We're going to start Monday. Yeah. So there you go.
So something that we would love to do is in your mentorship threads, if you could just put down some times that you usually are working your business or you would have available so that we can pick. We're not going to be able to hit everybody's, prime time, but we're going to get a really good feel of how many of you are interested in taking part in this, what time of day, because each day it's going to be at a different time, so we can hit some prime hours and then just really get structured. And that way, if and when we get stuck as a group, we can really talk each other through, okay, say this next, in this conversation, or we're just starting conversations, which is really hard for most people because you want to continue the conversation, but really start to work the whole structure of how to rock it out in a short amount of time to really build yourself.
And I'll jump off. So these are meant to be like, definitely if you want to jump in and take advantage of them, it's not something you have to feel like you have to be on every single day. But sometimes, as Jason and Kate said, it's just getting into the structure and making sure that we do get that done. And especially if you're looking to grow your business, as I was telling some coaches the other night, like right now is that time where you really want to focus on connecting with as many people relationally as possible. Don't necessarily have to make it about health in that conversation right off the bat, because you really want to build that trust and the relationship with them. That will lead to health as long as you are living your health out loud also. But sometimes, especially as a new coach or even someone that might feel stuck, we need that extra push on like, ugh, what do I do? Well, we all know what to do. It's just doing it. So just getting it done together as a team.
Perfect. And, too, I think sometimes we get in our heads. I know I do. And I'm sure some of you do too, is we get in our heads and we start rethinking the wheel. And we're like, oh, I have to like redesign this whole thing, that even though there's coaches out there that are making millions of dollars a year doing the same thing, like I think I have a better way and I've got to figure it out. So what this is going to do though too, is it's going to help us get right back to the basics. It's kind of all the extra stuff, I mean, the ATM group and all that's great, but what's it start with? It starts with connections. It starts with building relationships. It starts with starting those conversations, birthday messages, like all those things that are very simple to do, that don't always like pay off instantly. Sometimes they do. Sometimes you write a message and they're like, I've been meaning to message you. And you're like, well, okay, here I am. But that doesn't always happen. And what does happen though, is over time, that's going to go. And here's the thing. Are you going to be there? And you probably heard this a million times in training, but are you going to be there when they are ready? I had a guy reach out today. 2 years ago, I had share call. I've connected. I've stayed, like anytime we have a deal, like I always throw it out to him. I just say, hey, how's it going every once in a while? He reached out today. And he's like, hey, I think I'm ready. I need something. 2 years ago, I did the share call. So hopefully it doesn't take everybody that long. It doesn't. Some people it will. But the point is, are you going to be there when they're ready? And are you going to be the one that they think, you know what? I'm ready for a change. I'm going to reach out to Tammy. I'm going to reach out to Heather. I'm going to reach out to Amma. Because the only way you're going to do that is if you stay consistent and just keep living life out loud, like Tammy said. Keep throwing the conversations out there. Keep putting money in that relationship piggy bank, because sometime they're going to go, all right, I'm ready. Let's go. And we're going to say, Jason is still posting the stuff. He's still sharing recipes. He's still showing parts of his journey. You know what? I think I'm going to do that. So that is what this really is all about, is to help all of us get into some structure during this crazy season. And what did I write in our little group? I may as well just repeat it, because let's see here. Where is it? It's right here. Maybe it's not. Where did I write it? I went way down. Anyways, oh, there it is. Okay. What I said, just flip and stay engaged. That's it. That's all we need to do in this season. We just need to stay engaged. And then what do we need to do after the season? We need to stay engaged. And what's great is that you guys are all in this training. So all of us like give ourselves a pat on the back, clap and be proud of that, because that right there says a lot about what you want out of this and where you want to take this. Because there's a lot of coaches that aren't on this training right now. And some might have a good reason and some don't, because they're just watching TV, which there's nothing wrong with watching TV, but that's not going to get you to your dreams. That's not going to help other people get healthy. And that's not going to make a change that you want to see, because all of us got into this for a reason, whatever your reason is, but it takes work. It's not a magic pill. Our program's not a magic pill. Coaching's not a magic pill. It's an amazing opportunity to change your life, and coaching's an amazing opportunity to change your life and somebody else's life. So what we have to do is just stay engaged. So that's what that's all about. All right. So next, I wanted Shelly to come on and share something that she shared, like I said, on that Real Talk the other day. And it was Real Talk, and it was real good. And I hope it's going to be real powerful for you, because when I heard it, I was like, yes, lots of people need to hear this. I needed to hear it. And I'm so glad that she shared it. So Shelly, come on.
So I think that some of us are in a season right now where we just feel stuck. And, my hope is to kind of free you all up from that season that you're currently living in. And, you know, you might find yourself full of doubt and frustration and lack of confidence and lack of follow through. And that comes from either not being all in or being partially in or just playing around, kind of like when we all decided to become healthy, because we all made a decision and we all had to take the necessary steps to move forward. So you can change your story. You can come back. And I just want you all to know that it's never too late to start again. And it's not necessarily a bad thing either when you start again. So Dan Valentine said something the other day that really resonated with me, and that's that we don't just ride the waves, we're also responsible to create them. And in order to keep building and growing, we have to keep creating those waves. And we can't just sit stagnant. And what happened to me is this. So when the ATM was first presented to us, I was all in, 100%, you know, I put my pedal to the metal and I was blowing it up. And the cool part of that is that it more than doubled my business in a very, very short period of time. And I kept my foot on the gas for a solid 3.5 months. And then real life hit, guys. Real life hit because I got on an airplane to visit my daughter and I left my ATM follow-up binder on the plane. And I completely lost it and they couldn't find it. And I just stopped right there. So here, this amazing business that I was building for the last 3.5 months was suddenly gone, and I did nothing. I sat in it. I didn't go back, you know, and look for those people. I didn't follow back up. I just kind of left it because my business continued on an upward trajectory. So I thought, okay, I'm good. I don't really need to like backtrack and do all that stuff again because my business continued to grow and the people around me continued to grow. And then that whole 90-day thing happened. So what you do in 90 days sets you up for the next 90 days, right? We hear it all the time, over and over and over. And when that 90-day period passed, when I lost that binder happened, my business started to shrink. And instead of doing anything about it, I just got more and more frustrated, and I just lived in that frustration. And I started living in that drama triangle again because I didn't know what to do. And I didn't want to take the time to backtrack and to get reorganized. So I just sat there. So I'll tell you that in the last 6 days, I have spent every available minute that I've had, knowing full well that 6 days worth of work is going to set me up for the next six months, 12 months, whatever it's going to be for my business, to get reorganized, to get back in structure, to even start messaging these people and saying, you know what, I'm really sorry. I've been doing a lot of video messages, guys, to people and saying, hey, I know I'm sorry. I know I've been slacking with getting you tagged into some things in the health and wholeness group. I just want to let you know that I'm going to tag you to something today. And then I'm going to follow up with you in a couple of days. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. I've gotten my system organized now, and I'm touching these people now over and over and over. And it's already starting to show results. So 6 days in, I already have 3 people that I've reshared with that I haven't spoken to since June. I'm uncovering people that ask me to add them to the ATM. June 10th seems to be like this date that resounds in every messenger thread where I added people to the ATM and I never followed up with them. So I'm reaching back out. I'm creating a new relationship. I'm having, building more trust with these people. I'm showing them that, you know what, I'm human, just like they are. And I make mistakes and I apologize for that. And we're just going to move forward together. So again, I just want you all to know that it's not too late, that we can pick ourselves up by our bootstraps. We can create a new routine. We can apologize for our shortcomings. And we can just continue to move forward and continue to inspire people along the way.
Great job, Shelly. Good. You know what, too? Like when you were talking about that, going back to those people and just saying, hey, look, I'm sorry. I dropped the ball on this. That's authenticity. Like that right there is showing you that you were somebody of integrity and that, it wasn't just a thing. Like I just didn't toss you into a group and say, you know what? I'm sorry. Didn't mean to do that. I dropped the ball. I'm going to make it right. So I love that. And here's the thing too. Like, if you feel like you're starting over, or you feel like you dropped the ball, or you screwed up, or it doesn't matter. Just start. Just start. And you know, the thing is too, you're going to find new people. And if those old people like got mad or whatever, like, I mean, you know, it wasn't like you were asking much for it. You just add them to a group. If they got mad because you didn't follow up, you're like, okay, I'm sorry. Hey, all you can do is say, I'm sorry, dropped the ball, had some life happen. I'd love to reconnect. And if they say, no, that's good, then you just move on. And that's okay. You stay connected. They may be ready later, but right now it's not their time. And we're all human.
You know, the one thing I can say is that not one person commented back negatively. Almost every single person was thankful that I came back, that I started that conversation again. You know, every person was interested in what I had to tag them to. So that was important to me, that I didn't 100% drop the ball, and maybe I've actually created a stronger relationship and a stronger feeling that they can trust me because I didn't forget them and I did come back to them.
That's great. That's great. So anyways, basically moral of the story, and it might not have anything to do with the ATM group for you guys. Maybe you're not even sure what that is. Reach out to your mentorship team. It's a great resource, a great tool. I'll be 100% honest. I've not been the best at it either. And I need to be tracking people, because I would add people in, I'd tag them right away, and then I don't know what would happen. Apparently nothing. So, you know, all honestly, like, I haven't figured it out either. And what's great about this is, like, nobody's perfect. None of us are perfect. So we are just, you know, I saw Doug Wood. For those of you who know Doug Wood, he's blocked from doing Facebook Lives for 21 days because he posted something. You know what? So, like, nobody's perfect, right? I'm sure, like, his was, like, you know, some kind of in-your-face post. But the fact of the matter is nobody's got this perfectly figured out, and it's okay. And especially, this is a business. We're going to have ups and downs. We're going to have ebbs and flows. This season can be amazing for people. This season can be kind of a drop off, but I think you can make it amazing no matter what happens, no matter what the results look like, by just focusing on the work and saying, I'm so excited. We can be excited about all kinds of things, and we can be negative about all kinds of things. But if we show gratitude for what we get to do, like, I have an opportunity to change people's lives. I have an opportunity to change my family's life. And what I get to do is I get to shoot out a bunch of these messages. This is awesome. This is easy, right? And so we can just have that mindset in this season. And one of the examples that I absolutely love is the bamboo, the Chinese bamboo. I think I've shared this before, but share it again for maybe somebody that hasn't heard it. And Chinese bamboo takes 5 years. Now, this shouldn't take you 5 years, but it takes 5 years before it even breaks the surface. So that means for 5 years, a farmer is out there watering this with zero results, nothing to show for it. 5 years. But then once the bamboo breaks the surface, I can't remember the exact number, but in a matter of weeks, it shoots up to 8 feet, 12 feet, 15 feet, just like that. But for 5 years, they're out cultivating, watering, sowing the soil, and then boom. And that's a lot of what this business is like. For some of us, it might take a little bit longer. Sorry to say, like, and I'm talking about myself, none of us are integrated presidential directors on here yet. Does that mean it won't happen? Not at all. Not at all. We've just got to keep sowing our field. We got to keep watering, and we're going to get there. That's what this season is all about right now, is doing a lot of watering, doing a lot of relationship building, doing a lot of connecting, because in another month, 2 months, actually, like February and March are usually the best months of our business. And that's because some people get started, and like January 1st, they're like, I'm going to do my own thing. And then January 14th, they're not doing their own thing anymore, and they're looking for something, and they're looking for a change. So I think that's probably about what we got tonight. really like this season though, just keep staying consistent, live your life out loud. You know, if you're doing the 3x3 kind of idea, keep that going. If you're doing your one power post, keep that going. Make sure you're connecting with people, adding friends. These are all the basics. All the basics. Take it right straight down to the basics in this season. Add more friends. If you don't have like 1,000 Facebook friends, go find some more people that are interested. Don't just add random weirdos. Look at their profile. Say, is this somebody that I'm going to connect with? Is this somebody that has interests that I have? Okay, great. I'll add them as a friend. Does it matter if they accept or not? Not really. If they do, send them a message. Say, hey, great connecting with you. I saw we're mutual friends with whoever. I saw that we're both interested in this. Like, just connect. Get in Facebook groups. This doesn't happen all the time, but it happened today. There was a Facebook post in a dad's group, and the guy was looking to get healthy. And I just wrote in there, I said, hey, listen, full disclosure, I do a business. This is what we do. We help people get healthy. If you're interested at all, send me a message. If not, no big deal. Totally get it. I got a random message today in my like inbox where, you know, it's like someone wants to send you a message. Got a share call tomorrow. Guy's looking for something. So just get in there, connect with people, find similar interests. There's mom groups for fitness. There's mom groups for business. There's dad groups. There's a group for basically everything. As a roller skater, there's roller skating groups. Like, find something that you can connect with people with, and you can build that friends list. And all of a sudden, you're going to have people on your team. You're going to be helping people get healthy that you had zero clue who they were, and you would have had zero way to ever meet them in life besides this whole social media thing. And it's really cool when you get to help people like that. It's fun doing friends and family, but it's really fun when you can make a new friend and get them healthy. Like our new client that starts tonight, we totally connected through Facebook in RV World. She's starting up tonight. I'm super excited for her and her husband. And that's just because living life out loud and just connecting with new people. So that's really what this season's all about, guys. Just keep doing the work, stay engaged. We started this for a reason. Tap into your whys, like keep that at the forefront, and do the lead from the future, act in the now. Like, where do you want to be in a year from now? What would that person be doing in their business? Right? I told Tammy the other day, because I'm pretty sure we're going to come home for Awaken in February. And I was like, well, integrated presidential Jason would rent a Ferrari and drive home to be with you guys. Really, the idea was integrated presidential Jason would come home to Rockford to be with all of our team. But, you know, I told Eileen, I was like, well, that's what integrated presidential Jason would do. He'd rent a Ferrari and drive home. So she didn't buy that part, but she did buy into the part of me coming home to enjoy Awaken with all you guys. And so that is the idea, though. Like, where do you want to be? Start leading from that place, because we don't have to fake it till we make it, right? We don't have to fake anything. We can do the things that we need to do today to create what we want tomorrow. And that's what this season's all about. So that's what I got, guys. If anybody else has anything to add, feel free to hop off. Tammy, I see you did.
Yes, I want to add this because I think this is important for a lot of people to hear. And you may not know this part about my story. So I showed up at Kate's store on December 23rd. Okay, like she saved me with a last minute Christmas gift that I bought from her the previous year. I almost turned around because I did not recognize her because she had lost 100 pounds since I'd seen her last. I was convinced I was at the wrong house. So she starts talking to me, and I can notice the pictures on the wall that look like the person I knew. See, what she didn't understand, she didn't realize that the person, like days before, I had 10 people ask me if I was pregnant, that I was feeling very broken and very like, I need to figure out what I'm going to do because I have to do something. I had researched all of the Instagram food plans. I had purchased 21-day fix from Beachbody, like all of these crazy things, right? I'm pretty sure we did a share call after Christmas, I think. I wasn't ready yet. Okay, money was an issue. I was like, it's too expensive. So I can't afford it. So I watched and I tried my thing. And I started every freaking Monday. And by every Wednesday, I was falling off the horse. Okay. But here was Kate. At this point, we're now Facebook friends because I'm like, I need to see what she's doing. I'm pretty sure I know what she's doing, but I got to watch this. So I sat back and watched while I started and failed. So February 14th, 17th, something like that, I got started on my journey. Point is that people are going to try to do something else and they're going to watch you continually share success. Don't ever like discredit someone in their story. You don't know what's going on the inside of their head or any aspect. Like right now, just be a friend to someone because you never, ever, ever know how one conversation might change their life. And forever thankful for like what one Mary Kay product changed my life. So without that, I wouldn't be here, which is on. And I will tell you, secondly, is one of my most favorite clients right now is someone from a Facebook group. I commented back to somebody totally different, and she sought me out. And that message was in my off message box while we were in Cabo. I saw it a week later, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry this didn't ding on my phone. I'm still available if you'd like to talk. And she is absolutely rocking program, and she's most likely my next coach. So just, you never know.
Perfect way to end. I love it. All right. Thanks, Kate. Thanks, Tammy. Thanks, Shelly. And all of you, thank yourself for being on. So it's a big deal. All right. Have a great night, guys.